Lucinda? Margot.
Oh.
Dear.
Hi.
Hi.
Is Lily here?
No, she went out.
Oh, darn. Well, I guess I can wait for her. Is that okay?
Sure, what's happened?
It's really something I need to talk to Lily about.
Something's happened to Diego Santana, hasn't
Lucinda.
it? Come on, I can see it.
You know, first you go straight to the commissioner and you get the Malzone case closed. Then you come to me to get it reopened.
Well, there were
and
new
you get my influence in
developments.
the
There were
FBI.
new
yes,
developments.
And I followed through on them.
Well, tell me. I'm dying of curiosity.
I know you are. I know how anxious you are. But I really want to talk to Lily about it.
I swear I will repeat and relay every word that you say to Lily when she comes home.
All right, I can tell you that your suspicions of Diego were well-founded. Guy's a fraud.
Mm.
Doctor.
Miss Domingo, I'm Dr. Harris. Can you hear me?
Do you think she's coming out of it?
Well, she may have been calling for someone.
It's a good sign, isn't it?
It happens with comatose patients. Their minds are in turmoil. Sometimes they call for help, for family, for a lover. I can't make out what she's saying.
He must have fallen out. Gotta be here. Unless...
As the World Turns. Brought to you today by Crisco. Cooks who know trust Crisco.
People come over to our house all the time.
It's a fun house to hang.
Good atmosphere, good music.
Patty makes this outstanding chicken.
Garlic chicken.
Yeah,
I
chicken.
marinate the chicken in some Crisco vegetable oil.
Crisco's light.
Yeah.
Purified 4 ways to taste light.
Crisco lets the chicken taste like chicken.
Tastes like it ought to taste.
She really tears it up in the kitchen.
It's my way of expressing myself.
And she likes the ooh, ah.
See why so many great American cooks agree. Great meals start here. Crisco.
You've probably noticed all of these commercials about yeast infection treatments. They talk about how effective they are. Even so, if you read the labels, you'll notice there's only one 3-day treatment that comes in the comfortable cream form most women prefer. Femstat 3. It's the only cream out there that treats in 3 days. 3 days? There is no better cure without a prescription. And what could be better than that?
Femstat 3, the cure that fits your life.
We both have colds. Why is he up and at him? And I'm so tired and cranky and headachy, I can't even get started. Why? Because last night when he said...
Let's take NyQuil so we can have a good morning.
I said, why? What's the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, achy, stuffy head fever, so you could rest medicine got to do with morning, silly? He took it. I took these. He got rest. I didn't. Why?
Vicks NyQuil. It's also the bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, fully rested, so take it at night and have a good morning medicine.
I have your word to me.
Verbatim, I will repeat to her everything you say to me, okay?
Okay. The FBI sent an agent to the Boston Institute for the Blind.
Where he trained?
For 2 weeks.
Only 2 weeks?
Immediately before he came here to Oakdale. Now, the minimum training period at the Institute is 6 months.
That cannot be possible, Margot.
Well, I'm not making it up. Could I have some water? Something?
Sure, I'm sorry. I should have offered you something. Wait a minute. I made the initial contact with the Institute. Well, I got the brochure from Emily, and then I spoke to them recently when we began to wonder about
And
Diego.
you got a glowing report.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
Yeah. I'm sure he was anticipating somebody asking questions. You are asking questions. So he got someone from personnel to doctor his files. I'm sure he had someone there covering for him the whole time.
Oh. Or else why would such a prestigious institute send us somebody who has no experience?
So the FBI is going to question everyone that works at the Institute.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Why did he target my family, do you think? Have you any idea what he wanted?
Why don't you tell me?
Well, it had nothing to do with Samantha's blindness.
Come on. Everybody knows that your sister had some pretty shady business.
Oh, no, it had nothing to do with Samantha. No, really, I'm sure it didn't. Well, it's obvious, isn't it? It's always the same thing. It's money. That's what he wanted. If Diego was working for Malzoni and he was his mole, and Malzoni was skimming from Kingsley, Malta, he had Diego infiltrate into my home so that he would understand me better, so that he could embezzle better from Worldwide.
I already thought of that. The thing is, Diego never made a move on Worldwide.
Malzoni did. And Diego romanced Emily. He was over at Worldwide a lot, getting to know the joint. She was very taken with him.
Oh, even so.
Even so what?
Well, Emily's a businesswoman.
She'd sell her mother for a price.
Well, Lucinda, if that's really the way you feel about Emily, why on earth would you make her president of Worldwide?
Oh, that's a very good question, Margot. And one that I prefer not to answer at this moment. Okay, so much for Emily. Hey, I'm worried about Lily. This guy is now romancing Lily. And her only protection from him is her belief that he loves her.
Well, maybe he really does love her and he wouldn't hurt her.
The guy has an agenda.
Exactly, that's what we're trying to find out.
I wish that detective, you know, that one in Italy, I wish he'd panned out.
Sandramano.
Yes, but anyway, it came to a dead end. Nobody can locate him.
Yeah, well, that's frustrating.
Frustrating? Frustrating? You want to know frustrating? Samantha has this terrible traumatic incident. Damien is dead. Lily's in danger, and you guys, you're dragging your feet.
Excuse me, we just got the case reopened.
Well, the FBI then. Come on. The FBI, have they connected Malzoni to Diego? Do they know who Diego Santana really is? What are they doing?
These things take time.
No. The crash was over a year ago.
You know what? I know that you're probably...
It seems to me, I'm sorry, it seems to me that the amateur sleuthing of Lily and Mike, that's the only way we've gotten anything. Now, you know that's true, and I know it's true. And it just upsets me. Because is Lily the only person in Oakdale that cares that justice is done?
All right, that's it. Stop it.
Well, now, I do believe that's everything. I have now demartinized this place. It is now time to fumigate it. Beginning to smell better already.
I just can't believe that Martin made it all the way back to Oakdale after everything that we went through. When John and I walked in and saw him holding that gun...
I know, Johnny, you really had your life at risk there.
I think so.
Oh, yeah, that Martin really hated you. And still you were able to talk him down.
I don't know. I always thought of Marty more as a fraud than a villain. Cartel had his feet in the fire. What's the poor guy gonna do? He's a bit of a loser, isn't he?
I just cannot believe that I actually fell for that horrid man.
Horrid man. Heck of a performer. Had me fooled for a while, too.
Well, even Tom and Margot thought he was the salt of the earth.
Yeah, but I'm the biggest fool. I'm the one who invited the man to come and live underneath my roof.
Yeah, and that was before you even married the guy, you
Hey,
know?
John.
Oh, no, that's all right. Just let him... He's right. Oh, John, I wish I had listened to your warnings.
Well, I didn't give you much cause to trust me.
Oh, that's true. But I'll never forgive myself for putting the two of you in such danger.
I don't know. I don't think anybody did anything that they didn't want to do.
He's right.
I mean, when all is said and done, it was really kind of fun.
What did you say? We almost were killed.
Yeah, but we weren't. We weren't, okay? In a strange kind of way, I'm kind of glad you didn't heed my warnings about the Brit there.
How can you even say that?
Well, if you had, then Barbara and I would have been stuck here in boring old Oakdale, and we would have had to forget about our very interesting adventure.
Oh, boring old Oakdale, indeed,
Well,
John.
you know, I think John has a point, because as scared to death as I was, it was kind of fun.
All right, well, the point is at least we survived to tell the tale. That gives me an idea.
The news in baby skincare isn't about a lotion or a powder. It's about a diaper. Introducing Pampers Baby Dry. With a special Baby Dry layer so absorbent, it's designed to keep wetness away. So Pampers helps keep skin drier than before. Hospitals know about dry skin and skin health, and 81% of them use Pampers. Make them happy. Keep them dry. New Pampers Baby Dry.
Does your tissue stop wetness or spread it?
She sneezes right through that tissue, and it gets all over her hand. It gets on Jane's hand, it gets on Sandy's, then Deborah's hand, then Marcy's hand.
Introducing Puffs Advanced Extra Strength, a revolutionary new tissue that keeps hands drier than regular tissue, and Ultras.
This is thicker.
Puffs Advanced is 60% thicker than regular tissue.
But it's still really soft. Anything to keep your hands drier, it's this. I think we found something here.
New Puffs Advanced Extra Strength, the best ones to protect your loved ones.
He learned straight from his daddy. You know, some days his shoulder gets so sore it would just about fall off. Well, he'd take 2 Tylenol, but hours later the pain would come back. He'd have to take more. He'd get frustrated. So our doctor suggested Aleve.
I can take just 2 Aleve all day. With Tylenol, I was taking up to 8.
So he tried Aleve. Keeps his pain away up to 12 hours. Helped more than you could fathom.
Don't get paid for doing nothing.
Aleve. All day strong, all day long.
When it comes to our bodies, women shouldn't compromise. Monistat 3 cures a yeast infection with a 3-day treatment and still gives us the brand we trust. Absolutely nothing works faster. Monistat 3, the only 3-day treatment from the #1 doctor-recommended cure.
Trusting the wrong diarrhea medicine can put you in a very uncomfortable position. But you can count on Imodium AD to stop diarrhea, often in 1 dose.
Sorry.
Take Imodium AD, 1 dose relief you can count on.
Tonight on The Late Show, Jane Pauley, actor Robert Pastorelli.
Whoa, hello!
And musical group Blues Traveler, only on CBS.
It's me. It's Mike. Come on, please. Please just open your eyes, okay? Don't give up. You can't give up. You're a fighter. I know that. So you gotta fight back, because I know you. All right, if I had any idea that it would happen like this, believe me, I would have backed off. I would have let you just pass me. You got a slingshot right by me. I should have let you take the inside. I would have done it. But you wouldn't want to win that way. You wouldn't want to win that way. But what did you say? You said, Mike, you go full throttle, and I... And I did. You shouldn't have given me your St. Christopher medal. Here, if you were wearing this, maybe you're going to start getting better. God, I hope so. And I am. I'm sorry I've not come by more often. It's just between work and trying to get the goods on Diego. I mean, I told you this guy. I don't trust this guy at all. It turns out that he's even more of a snake than I thought. He's not just playing games with Lily. No, because now I think he's in thick with Umberto Malzone, who is a real psycho. He just can't figure out that I'm onto him. 'Cause I'm telling you, I am gonna nail this guy to the wall. I'm sorry. Really, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm laying all this on you. I guess I just miss talking to you. But you concentrate on getting better, okay? You concentrate on that. Right. How you doing? The question is, how's she doing?
Not much change, I'm afraid.
When is she coming out of this coma, Ben?
Let's talk outside.
What are you doing here?
I live here, remember? And you, same question?
I thought you weren't home. I'd look for your car.
My car's parked around back in case Cal needed to get out the snowplow.
Oh, right.
So, why did you...
Oh, I left my overnight bag here.
Oh, right. Right.
Yeah, I was going to come by and pick it up. But I didn't think you were here. I was going to leave you a note, but the door was open.
Well, you're in luck.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Everything's fine.
Are you sure? You seem kind of distant.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, been one of those days.
Anything I can do to help?
No, I don't think there is. I'm just concerned about some of my patients, and there was a misunderstanding.
At the hospital?
And I keep thinking about that girl.
What girl?
You know, the race car driver.
Oh, right. Mike says she's still in a coma.
I just wonder if she'll regain consciousness.
Well, I'm sure they're doing everything that they can.
Of course. I've also been thinking about us.
Yes?
Yeah, you know, every time we, try to get some time to ourselves, something comes along and spoils it. You didn't really come for your overnight bag, did you?
When is heartburn worst for you?
After a tough day.
After a spicy meal. Or at bedtime. Whenever it is. Your worst heartburn calls for Zantac 75. Zantac 75 relieves even your toughest heartburn. And it's so safe it has no drug interaction warnings. In fact, doctors have prescribed the medicine in Zantac 75 more than all other acid reducers. The smart choice for your worst heartburn. Zantac 75, the final word in heartburn relief. Even the toughest greasy stains like spaghetti sauce are no match for Resolve Carpet Cleaner. No wonder it's #1.
That's okay, cowboy.
Resolve gets you out of the toughest spots.
When big odors rear their ugly heads, head them off with a fresh stick-up. Stop big odors in small places with stick-ups.
Stick it to 'em.
Nice car. We'll be traveling in style to meet the new winner. How soon? Well, the American Family Sweepstakes is in the mail. That means that you can win $11 million this fast.
When we drive up to award the prize, we'll say, keep the car, too.
If anyone needs a breath mint, it's you-know-who.
Good thing there's Clorox Automatic Toilet Cleaner with Clorox Bleach. Every flush fights stains and deodorizes. Clorox Automatic. A breath mint for you-know-who.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays as the world turns. Happy holidays from all of us at Guiding Lights.
A holiday story of hope and rebirth tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Now, don't be alarmed. You're going to love this.
No, wait a minute, wait.
I'm going to plan a New Year's Eve party in your honor. Now, John, listen, you got to hear me out. I want the town of Oakdale to see what a real hero looks like. Is that an idea or is that an idea?
Well, it's certainly a generous one.
Generous? Oh, come on now. Barbara, the man saved my life. It's the least I can do.
Lisa, honey, come on. It already is almost New Year's Eve. You can't possibly organize a party by...
No. I have to have resources, energy, and incentive. And, darling, I have them all.
Not to mention confidence.
Yeah.
Lisa, everyone's already made plans, I'm sure, for New
Year's. It doesn't matter, darling. When they hear of this gala event, everybody would drop what they're doing and come with us.
Well, that's confidence speaking.
Yeah. Now, John, I have to make up a list. I have to make a list, and I have to write out the invitations, and then I'm going to have them delivered by hand today.
That sounds like an awful lot of work,
it's
you know.
Work. No, it's just a lot of fun. I have to inform the staff. I have to spread the word, and the millennium will come to Oakdale 3 years early.
Hey, hold your horses and hold it a minute.
The idea?
Look, you know, if this is a party for my sake, don't you think I should be consulted as to how I feel?
You don't like this? You don't like it? Is that it? You don't like it?
Well, what is there not to like?
What?
It's just nice to be asked, though, isn't it?
You are so bad. You love to torment me, don't you? Oh, you two fix some tea, and I'm going to get the ball rolling.
Who is that masked lady, anyway?
You're eating this up, aren't you?
Well, you mean she's treating me kind of nice? Well, I think it's better than a stick in the eye, you know what I mean? And I feel as long as it lasts, maybe I should just enjoy it. What's the matter with you?
Nothing.
How about the cup of tea?
You can boil water as easily as I can.
Look, what's the matter with you?
Do you really think that she believes that you single-handedly committed this rescue?
Oh, so that's what all the whining is about,
I'm not whining.
Okay, Barbara, I think you... Yeah, you did help. Just, you helped a little bit, yeah.
A little?
I thought you'd be glad. Your pal and I are finally pounding our swords into plowshares here.
Oh, yeah, into confetti and corn poppers and streamers and... Oh.
You would begrudge me a party?
No, why stop at a party? Let's have a ticker-tape parade down Broadway. What do you say?
How about the Rose Parade, you know? And me, the Grand Marshal, with my own private flight.
No, I'll tell you what. Why don't you just hire that skywriter that you hired to propose to her, and then she can emblazon your heroics across the sky in 10-foot letters. What do you say to that?
I like this. You're jealous.
Don't be ridiculous.
Sure you are. She's giving me all the credit, and you just want a little public recognition yourself.
John, I don't give a damn about public recognition.
Oh, well, not that you would admit it, no.
Oh, no. All I am surprised about is the fact that you are encouraging this extravaganza, that's all. I mean, I always thought you were the kind of man who kind of shirked from the limelight.
Not like you.
Excuse me?
Who is it in this room who has a whole line of clothing named after her?
That's business.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, well, you know, that happens in my business, too. I mean, we have Walter Reed Hospital, we have the Mayo Clinic, we have the Salk vaccine. Now, all of those are named after doctors. So I guess, really, I shouldn't be surprised to find out that there are some people with huge egos.
Okay, fine. I have a big ego, but I have never taken credit for something that I didn't do.
Neither did I.
Oh. Would it kill you just to admit that I had a little bit to do with her rescue? I mean, where's your sense of fair-mindedness?
Well, what would I get out of that?
Depends what you want.
You seem to be forgetting that I was on that plane when it crashed, and
Oh,
yes,
never,
I survived, and I didn't
Margot.
lose my eyesight.
I'm eternally grateful that you helped Samantha. Eternally.
Everybody had a price to pay, right?
I am not denying.
And even though I don't have any injuries, I have scars in here that are never going to go away.
I do understand.
You do not understand that because you were not there. You weren't in the cold. You weren't in the dark. You didn't see the twisted metal. You didn't see the flames. You didn't smell...
Take it easy.
Look, I don't want to talk about it any more than you want to hear about it. Just rest assured that if Diego had anything to do with that crash, I will make sure he pays for it.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to sound insensitive to your pain.
You sounded that way.
Well, I'm sorry. My concern is Lily.
I know.
And her health and her... Okay. Margot, to resume. Do you think there's any chance that he could slip out of town while we're waiting for the evidence? Because Lily will never get over Damien's death. She won't, not unless she gets that justice. And while we're waiting like this, he could see what she's up to and he could hurt her.
You know, Lily is a very bright young woman. You just have to trust that she's not going to do anything to put herself in danger.
Darling, that's easy for you to say. Please, I mean, trust me. I'm begging you. I will beg you. I don't mind begging. As a friend, as a woman, as a mother, as a victim of Malzone. Please, get to the bottom of this mess.
I'm sorry that you don't believe I'm working as hard as I can on this, but I am. And I will stay on the FBI to make sure that they follow each and every lead. And I agree with you. We do have to find out what Diego's game plan is so that it doesn't hurt Lily.
You're right. I didn't just come here to pick up my bag. I missed you.
I was hoping you'd say that. I need you. You don't know how much.
So, it was a few days before my big birthday, and I just knew my friends were planning a surprise party. And what happens? I get the flu. Fever, pain, the whole bit. So I took Tylenol Flu with maximum strength flu medicines plus extra strength Tylenol to relieve the pain. And I felt better. Just in the nick of time.
Tylenol Flu. What to do when you get the flu.
It's a touch, an embrace. It's a hand, it's a face.
It's Aveeno lotion with oatmeal.
It's a friend, it's a hug.
For skin that simply must be touched, Aveeno lotion is made with oatmeal to hold moisture inside. For skin so noticeable, it's irresistible.
It's a feel, it's a touch.
It's Aveeno. For a free sample, call 1-888-4-AVEENO.
When is the best time to buy a new refrigerator? Right now at Sears, where America's best-selling brand Kenmore is on sale. Save $100 on this top freezer model, or save $200 on this side-by-side. Now is the best time to buy, but only at Sears.
On Super Bowl Sunday, Publishers Clearinghouse could surprise you with $10 million. Let's go. The bad news is we might catch you off guard. The good news is, well, look at this. Who cares?
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
The holidays always bring out the best in families.
You're a bitter bleached blonde woman. You're just jealous of human hair.
Gene Stapleton guest stars.
You know what it's like to grow up with someone who's bossy, demanding, and unreasonable?
No. Everybody loves Raymond after Dave's World, CBS tonight.
Happy holidays! Ouch.
holidays to all.
The over 20,000 associates from Marshall's wish you and your family the happiest of holidays.
This Sunday only Collector's Hut will sell out over 3,000 beautiful oil paintings at $49 or less. $49. Incredible. In addition, hundreds of our gallery oils like you see here at unbelievably low prices. Quality, selection, and the right price. Only at Collector's Hut. This Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. In Anaheim at the Anaheim Marriott. In Torrance at the Marriott. In Industry at the Industry Hills Sheraton. In Laguna Hills at the Holiday Inn. In Pasadena at the Hilton. In Oxnard at the Hilton. In San Bernardino at the Hilton. In Ontario at the Hilton. And in Woodland Hills at the Warner Center Marriott.
It's time. It's here. It's the Stroud's year-end clearance. And you know what that means. It means clearance closeouts and final markdowns in every category. As much as 50% below Stroud's already low prices. Major savings on fashion ensembles, luxury cotton towels, solid color sheets, embellished sheets, bed pillows, picture frames, down comforters, and more. The Stroud's clearance means the best money can buy for a lot less money.
CBS. Where did this come from?
It must have been on the bed, I guess. What does it open up?
Nothing important. I've just been looking for it.
Now you found it.
Now, where were we?
Yeah, we really have the worst timing.
What, do you have to go?
Yeah, Luke has a doctor's appointment to check to make sure that ear infection's gone.
What time's the appointment?
3 o'clock.
Can't you change it?
The doctor gave me the last appointment of the day.
Lily.
What?
Leave that bag here. Oh, we'll be together soon. Why lug it around? I mean, you still want to spend the night with me, don't you?
Oh, God, yeah, more than anything, definitely.
I want you so much. It's the thought of making love to you. Keeping you in my arms all night. Sometimes it's all I can think about.
I think about you all the time, too.
It'll happen. If I didn't believe that with all my heart, Lily, I wouldn't let you walk out of here. Everything's still here. Thank God.
But I'll tell you, when I hit that fuse box, when I hit it square and all those sparks started coming out, I thought, oh, no, this
as if I'm going to be electrocuted.
Well, I kind of felt the same way when I burst through the door. I didn't know what was going to happen.
No, you didn't know it was on the other side.
I know. He could have had a gun. He could have shot me dead right in the spot.
I'm glad he didn't.
If you'd have been electrocuted, I would have missed you. Plenty.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Do you know that?
What? What?
I was just thinking about our little motel room in Tahiti.
Yeah. That was a great night.
Fending off spiders and flies.
Mm. You spraining your ankle? How is that, buddy? Is that getting any better?
Well, yeah.
Good, I'm glad.
Okay, Johnny boy, are you ready to hear the update on your party?
I'll listen to an update if it's on Barbara's and my party.
Yeah, well, sure.
Because, listen, if it hadn't been for Barbara, we would be ringing in the new year perhaps 500 feet underwater.
Oh, no, John, there's no need to overstate things.
No, I'm not overstating that, Barbara. Because what she did, if it wasn't for her, Operation Rescue Lisa would have been kaput. You see, your pal here thinks that perhaps you have forgotten there was a heroine as involved as well as a hero.
John.
Honey, is that really true?
Well, you have been making a big fuss about John.
You know that you are my best friend in the whole world. And I wouldn't do anything to slight you. I really wouldn't. And, well, I take you for granted. I know that.
Yes, you do.
Well, I'm sorry, honey. I owe you so much. I'm indebted to you. I owe you a big party. Are we still friends? Please?
Of course we are.
Aw.
There's pressure on Pilar's brain. Until we can relieve it...
She stays in a coma?
I don't know that for sure. We're doing everything we can for her, but what we've tried so far hasn't worked.
All right, so what do we do?
We can operate to relieve the pressure.
All right, let's do that.
No, Mike, there are no guarantees. Anytime you do surgery on a brain, there are risks.
Well, you're the man. You're doing the operation, right?
Absolutely, but I have to get permission.
What do you mean permission?
We need permission to do the surgery. It's not an emergency, you know? If she were just conscious and could give her consent.
Yeah, but she is not. I mean, what are you telling me, Ben? You're saying if I came into this hospital in critical condition, that what, you can't save me because you need permission?
No, Mike, that's different. That's a true emergency, a life or death situation. Then we don't need
consent. But you said she needs an operation. You said that,
It's not a true emergency.
Well, make it an emergency, Ben!
It's not that simple, Mike. What I want to do is considered an elective surgery. That's why it's so important to find family. Pilar's life could depend on it. Yes, I want to operate before her condition deteriorates, but we can't find any family.
What do you want? Huh?
In a hurry? Get Boss Light, the cordless vac for carpets and bare floors. Small inside jobs, bag Boss hand vac. Boss Light and Boss hand vac. Grab 'em and go. Value price, almost a steal.
From Eureka.
Critics are calling Daylight a first-rate thriller. The #1 action movie of the year. My heart never stopped pounding.
Don't let it finish you!
Sylvester Stallone. Daylight, rated PG-13. Now playing.
Snuggle. What do we need? Well, a little bit of everything that makes spring, spring.
Introducing Spring Blossom Snuggle.
Blossom? We need blossoms. Breezes? Gentle ones. And for extra freshness, wrap a cloud or two. Get it, Snuggle!
Any nose can tell you springtime freshness is at its peak in every bottle of new Spring Blossom Snuggle.
Taste picante sauce. Seize him.
Problems, folks? You stole my job. Stole all our jobs, Mr. Tasty Blended Tomatoes, onions, and fresh jalapenos. They're pouring paste on everything from chicken to potatoes.
Not my spuds!
Look, I just want to be one of the gang. Is that so wrong?
Yeah, I can't stay mad at another tomato-based condiment. Come here, you big lug.
For great taste, paste stops everything.
Well, I get this cold. Not a sniffle. Not a you'll feel better in the morning cold. This one's a doozy. Congestion? Unbelievable. I really needed something powerful. So I found new Tylenol Cold Severe Congestion. 3 maximum strength medicines and a full dose of Tylenol pain reliever. That's tough. It works so well on my horrible congestion. I'm once again Mommy, finder of all lost things.
New Tylenol Cold Severe Congestion. Tougher than your toughest cold.
That was weird.
Wonder what he wanted.
I don't know, but he's ticking me off.
I can see that.
I mean, what does he want? What is he doing here? Why is he always glaring or lurking?
I don't know about the glaring, but I have seen him hang around places I normally wouldn't expect to see a physical therapist.
Like where?
I see you outside the OR just now. What's his story?
Something ain't right, Ben. Just take my word for that.
Apparently Bob Hughes agrees.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he just put him on suspension. Now, I don't know all the details, but there's some kind of problem with his credentials.
Really? Really? I wonder what Dr. Hughes turned up.
I don't know. Bob's pretty discreet about that kind of stuff.
Well, maybe it's this suspension that's got Diego acting so strangely.
Could be.
I just can't. I can't afford for him to leave town right now.
Why?
Well, I don't want to say too much, but I think he might be involved with the guy who killed Lily's husband. I mean, I'm not sure for a fact, but I think there's a connection there.
Well, Mike, that's a pretty heavy accusation.
No, I don't have enough proof, but,
What?
If he's on suspension, what is he still doing here?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, look, we gotta worry about that lady in ICU. She's gotta have some family somewhere, Ben.
No. Like I said, the hospital's trying to track down some relatives.
Well, get someone to track down harder, can you? I mean, there's gotta be someone who can give you the green light to perform this operation, yeah?
And Diego was only at the Boston Institute for the Blind for 2 weeks before he came into this house with Samantha. That's all. I want my generous donation back.
He did help Sam with her blindness, didn't he? Look what he did for Cal. If he had no training, then who...
Well, the guy is a quick study. Or else he's a chameleon that can fit into...
Who is this guy?
Honey, his passport is false. We know his name isn't Santana. His name could be Bluebeard. It could be Jack the Ripper.
Oh, Mother, you know, you had this uncanny ability to make me feel worse than I already do. Thank you.
Sorry, darling. It's just that if his past hasn't caught up with him yet.
I tried to find that mystery woman that came to see me.
Oh, the girlfriend?
I thought she would know something about him, but apparently she has left town.
Damn.
This is so frustrating.
Come celebrate the Olive Garden's Tuscan Holiday Feast. Garlic shrimp, chicken and spinach manicotti, and a grilled sirloin steak with unlimited salad and breadsticks, all just $11.95. The Tuscan Holiday Feast at the Olive Garden.
Oh, terrific. How do you feel?
Oh, wonderful, overwhelmed.
We sure surprised Mrs. Reeser. And we may surprise you next with the $11 million grand prize in the American Family Sweepstakes. Personally delivered into your hands.
Here's the thing. Most long-distance plans, very complicated.
Oh, yeah.
But the AT&T one-rate plan, very simple.
How simple?
Calls from home are one low rate all the time.
How much?
It's 15 cents a minute to anybody in America at any time.
And this is AT&T.
That's right.
One rate all the time.
Exactly.
Is there any time when this is not the rate?
There is no time when this is not the rate.
I don't get it.
Am I just being unclear?
No restrictions, no games. The AT&T one-rate plan.
You're ready to quit. Great. Now, which patch? Single strength Nicotrol? But that means one single step. If you're not comfortable with that, you may want Nicoderm CQ. CQ's a 3-strength program. You start with the highest strength and gradually step down till you free yourself of nicotine. And gradual is the method doctors and pharmacists prefer. Nicoderm CQ. The power to calm, the power to comfort, the power to quit successfully.
Whether it was my first child or now my third, choosing a children's fever medicine is an important decision. With so many choices today, I thought it was best to check with my pediatrician. He said his first choice is children's Tylenol. He's seen how well it brings down even high fevers, and he knows nothing's gentler on a child's stomach. After hearing that, we're staying with the one my pediatrician recommends, children's Tylenol.
Children's Tylenol, the first choice of pediatricians.
Baby, you mustn't let all this ugliness get you down.
I just can't help it.
Because you're not alone. Oh, no, you have allies. You have me, you have Mike.
I know. And it helps, it really does.
And you have Margot. You have Margot, too. She's in on this and as determined as we to unmask Santana.
It's just that we've lost so much time already.
Well, patience. But if he's as preoccupied as you seem to say that he seems to be, right?
He is. I don't know what's bothering him, but he is.
Okay, that's good. He's going to make a mistake. He's going to slip up. And then we'll get answers. And then we can punish him the way he deserves.
Thank you for not giving up on me.
I would never give up on you, baby. Anyway, we wash women don't give up on. We don't give up. And I'm in this thing with you.
I just wish Damien were here.
I know, baby. I know.
You know, I never realized how much that I relied on him until he was gone.
Oh, it's always that way.
But he would know how to handle this. My man, he would. You know, he was already taking steps to do that when he died.
He was. I agree with you. If Damien had lived, then Mazzoni would be alive, and he would be behind bars, and Santana would be his neighbor.
I really miss him. I really miss him.
Oh, honey, I know.
You know, I always felt so loved and protected with Damien. You know, he wasn't always honest with me about his past and his business, but after Luke was born, that all changed. He loved us so much.
Yeah, it was obvious. That was obvious to us.
And he wasn't the only one that changed. I changed. I changed, too, because his love. His love changed me. He gave me courage to do the things, different things that I never would normally do with my life, you know?
That's it. That's it. That's what you gotta hang on to right now.
Want some more orange juice?
Oh, fine, thanks. Bob Pilar, do you think she's gonna die?
Look, you know I wouldn't lie to you. Her condition is serious, but my hands are tied.
A relative thing.
Yeah, unless we can find some family, all we can do is observe her condition, pray it improves, and she comes out of it on her own.
And the chances of that?
It can happen, but...
And do the operation, man.
In my opinion, surgery is her best treatment, but... It means a lot to you, doesn't she?
Yes. Yes, she does. And what's amazing, I don't even know her that well.
Yeah. Funny how that can happen.
I mean, the first time that we met, she made me think that she was just this damsel in distress, didn't know squat about cars. And as we spent some time together, she played like she was just race car Annie.
Race car Annie?
You know, groupie. But I was pretty furious when I found out she was the driver. And not just any driver, the driver that whipped my pants 3 straight times.
See how that could mess with you.
But it's just her. You know, I found out it's just her. She likes to have fun, you know? Practical joker.
Obviously, you forgave her.
Well, it helps that she's a beautiful, smart, talented practical joker. But she's got so many sides to her, Ben. I mean, the girl has got fire. I'm just fascinated with her.
Well, man, you got it bad.
Yeah, well, whatever happens in our future, if she comes out of this, thinking positive, when she comes out of this, well, man, I intend to find out.
Let's go see how she's doing.
It's Christmas. She's all alone. No family. Nobody.
You look so beautiful, little sister. I know I said I couldn't come back, and if someone sees me, it'll raise questions, but... You would tell me not to take chances, to stay away, not to worry, but the trouble is I do worry. You remember when we were growing up and I got into a fight with Luis Rodriguez? He was twice my size, and one day he came after me. I don't know why. Must have said something to make him mad. And he took a swing at me and knocked me down, and you jumped on his back and started pummeling with this whack, 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 whack. Together we sent him money. I'll never forget that. Pilar, you need an operation. But they can't do it without permission from the family, so I might have to tell them I'm your brother. If I do, I'll lose Lily for sure, but if I don't, I could lose you. I couldn't bear that. I couldn't bear to lose either one of you.
This instrument explores your fragile gums, a procedure for gingivitis. Help avoid gingivitis. Use Listerine. Only germ-killing Listerine is clinically proven to help prevent gingivitis. The power of prevention. Listerine.
Some sinus medicines can make sensitive nasal tissue feel dry and uncomfortable. But Sudafed Non-Drying Sinus has a moisturizing formula that helps keep nasal tissue feeling comfortable while it drains away sinus pressure. Take Sudafed Non-Drying Sinus.
All year long, we give away lots of prizes.
I just don't believe it.
I've been blessed.
But next month, you could win the big one.
Super Bowl Sunday, January 26th. The Publishers Clearinghouse Prize Patrol will surprise a new $10 million winner. Will it be you?
You're kidding.
What will you say?
Holy cow.
Enter the Publishers Clearinghouse Sweepstakes today. And on Super Bowl Sunday, the biggest winner could be you.
I love eggs from my head down to my legs. I love eggs. Scramble or fried, whip them up in no time. I love eggs. I love eggs. In minutes they're done, perfect on the run. Whoa, how I love eggs.
Heard the latest news about eggs and cholesterol? Look for this ad in these magazines.
Ooh, you gotta love it, the incredible edible egg. I love eggs.
Did you have a good nap? Huh? Oh, fine. But dinner's gonna be ready soon. Listen, come here. I want to tell you something. I want to apologize to you if I've been neglecting you lately. Believe me, I'd rather be outside in the snow making snowmen with you, but I've got to finish what I started or else I'll never be able to live with myself. You know, you're too young to understand this right now, but I got to find out if Diego had anything to do with Daddy's plane crash. I'm getting closer. I promise you that. Yeah. Diego's one step ahead of me. But not for long. It'll be over soon. I promise.
Have to go. If I stay any longer, somebody is bound to see me. But I'll be back. And if your condition doesn't improve, I will tell them I'm your brother. And don't even try to argue with me because I know you do the same. I can't wait for you to argue with me again. I mean that. And who knows? Maybe I'll find a way to cover my tracks with Lily as long as she doesn't find out I'm Umberto. Maybe she'll find a way to forgive me. I love you, Pilar Maria.
What the hell are you doing here?
It's really none of your business, is it?
Umberto.
Did you hear that?